Good Friday evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? We are going to go live. We got a lot to talk about. It has been an eventful couple of days for me, so let's get this started by introducing my guest. Almost as always, I have my good friend Anthony Vasquez. Anthony, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well today, sir. It's good to see you. And it's good to see everybody in the chat.
Absolutely, and of course, my main man, the Ironton Auditor, Terry. How you doing, buddy?
The infamous Ironton Auditor. Oh man, I'm doing great. I'm about three-quarters of the way into Ironton right now. I'm going in to see what I can see tonight.
Okay, well, hey, you're not going to see me, so
That's
but
not true. All I have to do is look down at my screen. I'll see you fine.
okay, well, that's true. That's true. True. So let's see what we got in the chat here. Let me go back here to the top because I got a couple guys in here that just love me. So I want to make sure that I say really a lot to them. Let's go back here.
Well,
Blue
since I'm
Bear,
not driving around, I won't be able to see the chat. So if somebody's
sure.
directing it to me, you'll have to let me know because I'm unable to see it and read it.
Okay, Anthony, if you don't care to help me keep an eye on that, if you would
Not a
please.
problem, sir. I can do that while I'm here.
There's my buddy 1300 FPS coming at you as fast as a hot round there. How you doing? Maxine, how you doing? Blue Bear, Susie, Jeff. Hope everybody's doing good. Good old boy. It's a Friday evening, and I don't know how it is everywhere else, but let me tell you, here, and it was another scorcher today. So I'm kind of like, but to be honest, I wanted to do an outside live stream again, but I was thinking I'm definitely going to wait till the sun starts going down because it is just miserable. So, but that's kind of where that went. And I seen that Terry was live, and I thought, well, I definitely want to make sure I let him go before I try to go. So, yeah. So here's the deal, guys. And this is kind of the reason why I want to do this live stream. As you guys know, um, I put out a video this morning where I was speaking about an injury that I got last night. Yesterday was a very full day for me. I really done a lot of training yesterday. I started off my training in the morning with some strength training, some weight and strength training. I then done about 3 mile run, a little over 3 miles, somewhere around there. And then I went and I met my good friend Bits and Pieces. And we went to the gym and done a little bit of boxing stuff and kind of got him started down that road. And then after he got finished with his workout, I was wanting to stay and train with my coach so that I could train some more grappling and submission type stuff. Well, in the mix of all this, I actually suffered an injury to my left knee. To give you guys an idea, it wasn't an explosive thing. It wasn't anything that was I was doing something incredibly stupid or anything like that. It was one of those weird angle type things that kind of hit me wrong. We were working on some guard passing stuff, and I just kind of had my knee turned a little bit sideways, and he put some body pressure on it, and I felt the pop and then the pain. So what I have found is last night, I'm not going to lie, guys, last night it was so bad that my coach had to actually help me up to get into a chair because I couldn't even get off the floor. I was really, really it was completely like locked up, right? So after I was able to get in my truck, and it was so funny because I'm glad nobody was watching, okay? Because I get out there and I'm thinking, now how am I supposed to get my big fat butt up in this truck? And I'm looking around, see if anybody's watching me, right? And I had to crawl into my pickup truck to be able to get home, okay? But I did, and I was able to get home. So I went to sleep, and I barely slept. I had a really, really rough night. I was in a lot of pain. Everywhere that I moved, it was really brutal movements. I mean, it was just terrible. I woke up this morning, and when I woke up, I was like, uh-oh, nothing's better. As a matter of fact, I'm stiffer, whatever. So I went to an emergency care to get my leg checked out. they done a little. The doc comes there and moves it around. He does that type thing, and then he goes and sends me for X-rays. In the X-ray, he says that he's seen nothing in the X-ray that would lead him to believe that any bones are broken or anything like that. However, according to him, nothing that would be internal, like in the knee type thing, would show up on the X-ray anyway, and that I would have to follow up with an orthopedic surgeon and get an MRI done. By what he said, by what I described, where the pain was and such, he said that it's possibly an MCL or a meniscus, because it's on the inside of my leg. Now, according to him, there's a possibility that it's just a strain or a sprain of some sort. I don't know for certain, but it's one of those type things. Or it could be a rupture or tear. If it is, in fact, a rupture or a tear, then it's not good, and it will probably require surgery, which means there's probably no way I'm going to be able to fight in September. If it's not, and it's just some kind of strain or sprain or something like that, then they said it will probably just heal itself, and I may be a little behind the curveball as far as getting back my conditioning going really good, but nevertheless, I'll be fine, and I'll still be able to be in the fight in September. So keep your fingers crossed. If you're the praying type, by all means, keep me in your prayers, because the first of this week is going to do a lot for me. We'll have to tell really what's going on, okay? Let's just pray that it's absolutely just a strain or a sprain or some kind of little tweak in there, and it's not a big deal, and I can still have this fight, because this thing is going to be, a pain in the butt if it's something I got to have surgery on, and I'm not looking forward to that. I also want to address something else at the very beginning of this chat, okay? Whether you like Chili or whether you don't, or whether you have any kind of feelings one way or the other about him, I will say that Chili was sportsman enough. He showed some good sportsmanship, and actually, not only did he comment on my video and tell me that to stay strong and give me a little positive message, but he also had somewhat of a positive message in his stream. So for anybody who wants to pass it on to Chili, or if Chili ends up showing up in the stream, I do appreciate the kind words, and I mean that sincerely. From one athlete to the next type thing, it really is something that's a frightening thing when you get your knees hurt. So I appreciate at least the kind words and sportsmanship, whether it was merited or not. Okay, I still appreciate the gesture. So, but that being said, it's Friday evening, guys. So we can talk about whatever. We can keep things going, and I got a lot of other stuff I'm going to talk about throughout the stream. But we'll bounce around a little bit. So, Anthony, what's been going on in your world? Are you with me, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry.
So
I got a message on my phone. I was checking.
So what's been going on with you, buddy?
Bad. I've been doing pretty good. Went out and took care of some errands today, and just been chilling. And now I'm just doing my live stream thing. I'm just coming and hanging out with guys, seeing what's up. And yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man.
Excellent. I know Terry's on the hunt tonight. He's actually out hunting some action.
So, yeah, right now at the Rich on Third Street, where I usually get my coffee. I'm going in to get that first coffee of the evening, so I can chase him around tonight.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sure our guys will be out and about. Lisa, I just seen that Scott Orthopedics actually done my done that. They done my tricep repair. I don't know, to be honest with you, I wasn't really pleased with now they're the way they handle things. I got my I got it fixed. It wasn't a medical issue, but I kind of thought the doc was a little bit of a butthole. So I'm not so sure if I want to go to them or I want to go through Marshall this time. Let's slow down. It's not going to be anything, because the good Lord's going to make sure that my knee's all right. But if it is that, I might look into going through Marshall. Okay.
Just wanted to say one quick thing. Hi, Archangel for Truth.
Hey, what's going on, Archangel for Truth? Let's see, right on your knee. You know what? Honestly, I've been trying to elevate it, Arch, for all day long, as best I can. I've been trying to prop it up and keep the ice on it and all that stuff. And it's it's helping a little bit. Jeff loves pigs. Jeff, real fast. This is Jeff loves pigs, guys. It's actually GUE. Jeff loves pigs. But absolutely, bye, buddy. You have a good night, and you and Chili keep dreaming about me, like you were talking about. And by the way, Jeff, honestly, thank you for the support to the FOP. That donation was well received, buddy. Appreciate it. And let's see here.
Bye, troll.
Yeah. So I kind of get a kick out of it because it's like, man, you talk about hating me. You don't know me, dude. You don't even know me. Like, I mean,
once again, we talk about these blanket statements of like hating all cops. You know what? That's like your car getting broke down. You got a crappy mechanic, and you just hate all mechanics for the rest of your life. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, dude.
Abby, I remember that acronym for Rice. I was actually trying that. So, hey, look, the other Archangel's in. What's up, man?
Oh yeah, my boy. Yo, what up, brother? Good to see you, Archangel 3.
Was that Cream Archangel 4? is that Cream like the biofreeze type stuff? Is that what that is? Is that what you're talking? Is that same principle? I'm not familiar. Because somebody said something. Actually, Uncle Artie actually texted me today and told me that he had something that he wanted me to try on my leg that he wanted to send to me. So we'll see how things go, man. But let's just hope like crazy, guys, that it's really just a little boo-boo because the old man doesn't heal like he used to, okay? Just being real. So, once again, and that's something else I was going to do. I'll give you guys a heads up. Chili had messaged me. He's messaged me a couple different times on a few different platforms. And I actually messaged him back this evening and told him that I appreciate him being respectful today. And I do. And I was going to give him the opportunity if he wanted to come up and talk about the fight and do a little fight promo, then I was going to invite him up here because I have no reason not to. I'm not out to hate anybody. Like I've said all along, I don't agree. I don't agree with him. I don't by any means think that he handles things well, but he's a human being and he's a child of God, and whether I agree with him or not, I won't disrespect him until he gives me an absolute reason to. I mean, obviously the trash talking for the fight, guys, is, I mean, I'm not exactly completely serious about that. I'm having fun with it and kind of hyping the fight, so, but nevertheless, that's where I stand on that. So
some of the greatest fights started out with some trash talking. Go look up videos of Muhammad Ali back in the day.
Oh, Muhammad Ali was the king of it.
Oh yeah, he was the best.
Absolutely. That's so which I'll be honest with you, I think Connor kind of took it to the next level too, and of course
he did.
And of course, Chael Sonnen, he was a really good trash talker too. So we had a few of them that kind of brought it up. So yes, trash talk is a part of the sports, especially the fight game. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't hype the fight and you don't build it up and you don't get that drive in you, you have to have a little bit of a salty attitude about it, or you're probably not going to bring all your heat. So.
Didn't you ever think it was strange to hate each other right before the fight and then after the fight give each other a hug like it meant something? It's good sportsmanship, but if you don't talk trash, then the fight ain't worth watching, to be honest.
You know what they say, don't you? That's when they say you leave it all in the ring.
Oh yeah.
When you literally put it all out there and all the hatred's gone by the end of it, right? Like they got it all out of them by the end of it. You got a mutual respect and guys shake hands, and that's the end of it, and that's the way that I look at it, and I have no problem with that. I got to ask somebody, and I want you guys please understand that I'm not all about, like, once again, I'm not down in Chile. I'm just saying I don't agree with some of the takes that he's had on this whole charity fight recently, and I have not dove into him enough yet because of my own injury that I had. I've laid around like a big baby all day, so I haven't really looked into stuff as much as I can. However, I got to ask, is there really a betting line on our fight? Is that real?
I've heard things about this, that he said there's like some kind of betting line, and that someone in Ironton's chat said that he was gonna give 20% to St. Jude's.
Supposedly he wanted to open one up. I don't know if he did that, or at least that's what someone was telling me, that he wanted to start a betting line so that he could so that either he could give 20% or keep 20% or however all that works. Hell, I don't know. I'm not sure.
The reason I say that is today on one of Bits and Pieces, something he'd shared or something, somebody was talking about it, and I had commented, and one of the guys said, right now you're an early favorite for a second round submission. Like he almost like kind of explained it like there really was already like a layout of a over and under, and people were like talking about the way that things are going to be or something. So I don't know. I don't know if that's really true or not. Like,
any way for him to get his hands on any kind of money that would eventually go to charity. Of course it'd be something like, we're gonna do a bet, but I'm still gonna make money off of it. What a joke. He wants to prove himself, man. He would give all that money to St. Jude's.
I agree. Terry, do you have something, buddy? You were cutting out there a minute.
Saying that if your knee heals, I didn't expect it to go that long.
I don't know. Sometimes it depends on how good his hands are. If he can box or not. If his hands are good enough where he can stay and play the angles and stuff with me and stuff, he may survive. He may survive a little bit.
The one thing to watch out for is that lucky punch. I know
Sure.
you've some UFC fights where you expect one person to win, and they would have if they hadn't gotten caught with that one lucky punch and just chilled them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've and that's the thing is, I mean, I'm not really concerned about, everybody's always going to have that puncher's chance every now and then, okay, but I'm not really concerned about that as much as which, I mean, to say that I'm not concerned about the fact he could beat me, that would be silly, because that's not true. There's always a chance that he could beat me, and I'm not saying that he can't. But if you're asking me if I'm confident in my skill to be able to beat Chili in a cage fight, I'm absolutely 100% confident. I'm not training for second place.
So, Chad, Ginger LeBray actually put up in the chat. She said, Legicator said he says he's got a pool for a 20% goes to St. Jude's, and the rest goes to whoever was betting. I want him to not be able to do that, but I don't know how to stop him.
Is he setting himself up as a bookie? Is that what he's doing? I think that's illegal in most
Sounds
states.
like it.
You know what I actually thought about doing? I thought about playing into this a little bit. I'll tell you what I was thinking. Since he's so confident, and he says he's confident, right? I mean, everybody in the chat, put a 1 in the chat right now. If everybody says that from Chili's perspective, he is confident that he's going to beat me. If you think Chili thinks he's confident he's going to beat me, put a 1 in the chat. The reason I'm saying this is this. I think I would be willing to wager with him about something. Here's what I would say. If you win, you go ahead and keep your bet money. That's fine. But if you lose, then I take all your bet money and we give it all to St. Jude's with my money. And you don't get anything. All of it, 100% goes to St. Jude's. But mine's already going to St. Jude's, but I'm going to take all yours too.
Take it to St. Jude's. He's going to take some out anyway. From what I understand, he takes something out of everybody's anyway. Or at least that's what I've been led to believe. Again, I don't watch his stuff. I hear from everybody else, and sometimes things get twisted. But I was told that even like if people send in like super chat donations and stuff to other people, that he takes a 20 or 30% knock out of that before he sends it on to them. I don't know that that's true, because I do know that YouTube automatically takes 30%. So if you give me $30, or if they were to give you $30 or $100, they automatically take 30 out, so you'll only get 70. So I know that you automatically takes a 30% hit. They may be mistaking that for it, but I have had people tell me that they've heard him say that he takes 20 to 30% out before he sends it on. That's what I've been told. I don't know the truth of it.
Well, let me tell you what little bit I did gather. This is kind of what I was told, is supposedly somehow the fight company was originally donating on behalf of St. Jude's, okay, on our behalf. Now that there's a production company that's going to do the pay-per-view on it, then the funds have basically gotten potentially bigger. And the production company themselves was willing to pay some to the company for us, if that makes sense. And that what they're saying is there's a potential that there might be extra money somewhere or something. Well, what I said was, that's fine. That's extra money for St. Jude's. I thought that was the original take anyway. I don't know how all this turned into Chili saying that he's getting a cut. I don't know. I haven't really been able to decipher any of that, guys.
Wait,
so,
just the St. Jude's thing. It's everything from what I understand. That's what I've been told. It's not just about St. Jude's. It's the fact that he takes 20 or 30%. Like even for the Christy Ron's case, for everybody, that he takes a certain percentage out before he sends the money on to them. So it's not just St. Jude's. Apparently it's just chili. Again, that's what I've been told, not what I know to be fact. Just saying.
Right. And you know what? It's his business. You know, the reality is, guys, I'll be honest with you. I've had a lot of time to think about a lot of stuff, and I've had people say things like, you know, well, what are you going to do if he puts up a portal for this, or if he takes money? And honestly, I'm going to tell you, I can't stop that, and I can't change that. I don't have any power over that. But what I can do to lay my head down at night is I can do what I think's the right thing. Now, that being said, that's between him and God ultimately at the end of the day, and he'll have to answer for what he's done, if he's done the right thing or not. But I'm going to lay my head down at night feeling very confident that I'm going to do the right thing, because that's what I set into this for, you know. And I don't want to be in
a lot of people are talking. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
No, that was it.
Please.
I was wrapping up.
I was about to say people are talking in here about how he's telling his people that he can't take the 30% cut anymore. So essentially, he's having his supporters cover that for him. We also had a comment from Ginger again, which said, Anthony, he's so disgusting. He's so giddy about this fight and how he's going to get the money because he's going to bed and himself, and only 20% is going to St. Jude's. That's wrong. Yeah, this was always about the money. It was never about anything else but the money. All of this, everything he does is about the money.
And people wonder why we call him a grifter, huh?
Yeah, right.
Are you talking about Sark? Because I think you're talking about Moonlit. I'm assuming. Are you talking about the promoter? Because if that's the case, that's part of the other stuff I was going to talk to you guys about and kind of give you guys a little breakdown on something. I actually invited Mike to come on my live stream because I knew he'd talked to Chili on the phone on his. And I'm going to try to have Mike Sark from ECC Cage Fighting and Nightmare Promotions to come on this stream probably this week sometime and talk a little bit about some stuff. I'm hoping that we can get a little bit of stuff aired out and, you know, fix a little bit the image of this.
Can I also respond to Mr. Jonathan Mitchell Music? He has no net worth. He said numerous times that he's had $75 in his account. So what net worth are you talking about? Are you talking about the net worth of that self-driving van he's got, Jonathan? Because that probably isn't even worth that much money, if I'm honest. So,
well, now, surely
I've done my research. I don't think you've done yours.
Surely out of all those 20 and 30% he's taken out, he's got to have some put somewhere, don't
he? He's hiding it under a mattress.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of money he has. I don't really care, honestly. My main thing is my main objective is to get in shape for a fight and to bring the best product I can to you guys. You know, because let's face it, fighting is an entertainment thing. You know, that's what we sell prize fights for, right? So I want to be able to put together a good product for you guys. And in return, if I bring a good product, I'm hoping that you'll honor my efforts and my opponent's efforts and donate on our behalf to St. Jude's. That's really what's going on. Good old boy. Go ahead. Ask me.
Hey, Captain, we actually done a good solid for St. Jude's, man. Our live streams, I know that if we tallied it all together, there are thousands that went in.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I agree.
So I count that as a win, to be honest. I count that as a win, absolutely.
You know what? Honestly, I'm going to tell you this. I absolutely, I was blown away, you know, because I had people kind of contacting me throughout the day, be like, hey, I just done it. And granted, I don't have any way of receiving that and seeing, you know, that's for sure. But I done that on purpose, guys. I didn't want to feel like I was going to hold anybody down to have to explain how much I given or anything, because it had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with Chad. It had nothing to do with Legicator. The only thing it had to do with was St. Jude's. And if you guys donated to St. Jude's that day, then they were blessed out of it. And I'm guessing that absolutely 100% St. Jude's was blessed that day because of good people. You guys, not me. Not me. I didn't even get punched in the face that day, I don't think. I might have by one of the kids. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Chili don't show up to punch you in the face, man, we'll just do a live. If you'll stand still, I'll hit you.
Wow, that's good of you, Terry. Willing to punch me right in the nose. Hey, Derek punched me in the face yesterday. Do we get a donation for that? Somebody donate $1 to St. Jude's right now on behalf of Bits and Pieces. Good old boy, you're trying not to put me on the spot. I mean, I don't really know what's the spot.
Wow, man, this Jonathan guy, you really know nothing, sir. It's amazing how crazy you are. And by the way, Archangel for Truth, yeah, I was having financial hardships. I didn't grift people into giving me money and lie to them like Chili does every single time. And by the way, thanks for bringing up my personal business and someone else's live stream. You're just such a great fucking person, ain't you? Sorry about my French there. But you're just such a great person, aren't you? Just bringing up my personal information, huh? Thanks. God, you and Jonathan should get married.
So, good old boy, to address your question, I have never tased someone in cuffs. I'm going to tell you this. I have deployed my taser, as in an actual deployment with them probes. I have deployed my taser one time in 15 years. Drive stun, maybe 2 more times, so 3 times total. And I got a little bit of a kind of a news flash for you. I don't carry a taser, and I haven't for years. I don't carry a taser. I haven't for years. I would always prefer to be able to talk to people. And then if I can't talk to them, I'm usually a big enough boy to be able to handle what I have to, but that doesn't, I don't carry a taser. So to say that I tase somebody in cuffs or whatever, I can tell you this. If they say I tase them in cuffs, they're lying. Period. That's it.
So it definitely wasn't some black guy that's a martial artist that you put in cuffs and tased him. Am I getting that correct? Because that was the claim, as far as I understand from the chat.
So did I put him in cuffs and tased him?
Yeah, I believe that's what Chili had reported. That's what he reported that you. And then someone asked me about it in my chat. They were asking about the black martial arts instructor that you handcuffed, tased, and beat.
I handcuffed, tased, and beat him.
So apparently the one you take is not a black martial arts instructor.
No. It was a white dude at the guy that actually deployed the taser. I'm not gonna give away his name, but it was actually a bar fight at Boomers, Terry, and it was a guy that was actually, he was kind of one of the Harley rider type guys. He's a big bearded guy and stuff. And the only reason I tased him, this is actually a funny story. You guys want to hear a little bit of a funny police story? Because I'll tell you what. So I was a young policeman, and yes, I was young at one time. I was a young policeman, and I went on a call there on an assault. That's what it was. It actually came in as an assault. So I go to this bar and I start taking witness statements and gathering up some facts or whatever's going on. And as I'm sitting there talking to this lady, I think it was a lady. I'm sitting there talking to this lady. I'm getting a statement from her. These 2 guys coming in and out of the bar, right? Like one's going in and one's going out, right? And they bump shoulders. Well, we all know how egos are in bars and everybody's drinking, right? So it was kind of one of those, pardon my French, but one of those dick measuring contests, right? So they bump shoulders. Well, the guy going out, he's leaving. He's leaving. He's leaving the place. Okay. As he's going out, he bumps shoulders, and the guy going in turns around and says, "Sorry, dude," and walks on in. Okay. The guy on his way out says, "Hey, whoa," and he starts whatever and starts running his mouth. So I just kind of stepped. I was like, hey, come here, man, come here. I was like, can I kind of walked up to him and I was kind of calming him down a little bit. I was like, hey, man, he said he was sorry. So he goes, no, I want to know what he said. Like I said, typical drunk guy, he wasn't really listening real well. So they go back and forth. And like the guy that was going to the bar was looking at me like, man, what do you want me to do? And I'm like telling him, just go on in there. Just don't listen to him. Go on. So this guy that just keeps on, and now he's like trying to push through me because now he's got to be absolutely going to have to be Roadhouse special on this and wants to go in there and throw hands. So I'm like telling him like, look, dude, you were leaving anyway. You were leaving. You've had too much to drink. Let's call it a night, And he says, no, I'm going back in, blah, 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 whatever. So finally I told him, I was like, you're not going back in there. Your night's over. Go home, whatever you got to do. And he cusses me and goes to push me. And I told him, I said, okay, look, one more time and you're going to jail. You're disorderly. You're drunk. You're acting silly in public. One more time, you're going to jail. And he says, yeah, he basically cusses me and says, F you, I'm going around you, whatever it is. And as he does, and I go to grab a hold of him, and as soon as I do, he turns around and pops me. So as he pops me, I pop him back. And into it we go. And we're actually in pretty much a boxing match now at this point, out in front of this bar. And I finally, I get him, I caught a hold of him and I knocked him over like the hood of my car, and I'm trying to get him in cuffs, right? And his wife jumped on my back. She jumped on my back and started trying to claw me and punch me and stuff. So I went ahead and pulled my taser because I knew that would be a fast response. Okay. So I literally just pulled my taser and I said, taser, taser, taser. And I tased him. And usually, when the taser goes off, everybody just kind of scatters because it makes a big noise in the whole 9 yards and everybody knows what that means, right? So everybody kind of went their own way. That is the only time I've ever deployed my taser since I started as a policeman in 2005, 6, somewhere around there. It's the only time I've ever deployed a taser on a person other than in training and stuff.
Okay, so that's the only time you deployed your taser. How many times have you handcuffed people and beat them?
Oh, every day. Don't you know that, Terry?
Well, I mean, asking other people obviously have this idea in their head. I assume that they got that from Chili. That is an assumption, but I assume he must have been the one that told them that. So a lot of people believe that you just handcuff, beat, and tase people all over town. And then other people have it confused. They don't realize that once you take them to jail, if they're getting beat in jail, that has nothing to do with the Ironton Police Department. That's strictly the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department, because Ironton itself has no jail.
No, we don't have a jail. We don't have a jail. And once again, I don't know what happens in the jail. It's really, I don't know, but I've never seen, anything when I've taken anybody to jail that's been inappropriate or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that, there's been some stuff that happen or whatever, but as far as me, no. But if you're asking me specifically how many times I've ever beaten anybody in handcuffs, never. I've got a philosophy that says when they get in the cuffs, the fight's over. It's over. There's no more fight to them. Now, can they still hurt me? Possibly. But
or isn't it, is to end the fight? It's supposed to be over at that point, and they're controllable, or at least more controllable.
Generally speaking, yeah. Generally speaking, if I got them in cuffs, the fight's over. I'm not going to hurt them. I don't want to hurt anybody anyway. I mean, I'm just I've never been I don't care about that stuff. I don't want to hurt people. So
hey, I have American Pride with me in the car now. He wanted to say hello.
Hey, buddy, how are you? What's going on, man?
Hey, just riding around.
You playing shotgun, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Man, I don't know why you always make him drive.
I know I should make him drive because he ends up getting out and gets about 30 to 40 more seconds on his videos than I do, because I'm still trying to park the car and get out of it.
Well, in all honesty, I would drive, but I got to tow a gas station behind my big, Silverado 2500 HD, so I don't feel like pulling a gas station. So I just
ride. All I hear is excuses.
But I had a great idea. I think from now on, I'll drive into town, let him drive me back home. I'll start running a live, and he can go live when he sees the police out, and I'll just bring it up on my channel, and we'll just cover it there. That way I can deal with the chat and all the crazy people that think he should be screaming and cussing them, and we can just have all fun with that.
I got an idea, Terry.
I'm listening.
I got an idea. I think you guys should get one of those what are those called? Those tandem bicycles.
Oh shit! Now
you could get you a tandem bicycle. Listen, and you all could ride it together. Like what was that show that was out in the '80s that came out with the the intro, and it had the what was that when they were riding? That was man. Come on, somebody in the chat help me out.
Or like we needed the light globe so he can throw it up on top from the passenger side like Starsky and Hutch or something.
Now my question is, who would be Starsky and who'd be Hutch?
Shit, I don't know. I guess I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I just
as a kid. Terry, now if you're gonna be riding a bicycle, be Ponch and John. Y'all be more like the Chip guys.
We'd be nothing at all like Chip guys on a tandem bicycle, educator. They didn't ride together.
People are saying Three's Company, by the way.
Three's Company, that's it. Thank you. Yes.
If there's anybody pedaling and anybody riding bitch, Eugene's got to ride bitch, or we'll just stay in the car.
You guys can't be Starsky and Hutch without the paint job, though. it's just it doesn't have to be the Ford Torino, but you definitely have to have the Grand Tomato paint job.
Well, the only thing I have is a Hyundai Accent, and I'm not sure it looks good in any
that
color.
would still look great in that color.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Turner and Hooch. That was the dog one, wasn't it? Turner and Hooch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the dog that ate that guy's car.
Now, which one of us is Turner and which one of us is Hooch? Now
that's going to be up to you guys. You guys are going to have to make that determination.
Y'all have that argument.
Like BJ and the bear stuff. Who gets to be the monkey?
See, somebody said they don't answer cop questions. I don't either. I mean, I'm not very good at it. Even if I did answer them, I'd probably be wrong, but I'll try if y'all got one. I keep seeing somebody saying that educator, but it scrolls so fast. I'm used to having Terry here behind the wheel here and telling me what's going on in the chat.
I'm sorry about that. It's hard for me to work the chat from the phone. I can't do it.
I know it.
Yeah, and I'm about to get out of here because I got another live stream to be on, and then I have to go and run an errand.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming up anyway, Joshua.
Yeah, man. I wanted to come up here if I can show you some support, dude. We got your back. We know that you're hurt, but we kick his ass with one leg.
Here's the thing, guys. I am hurt, and I'm not going to say that I'm not. I'm hurt right now, and I'm a little bit stoved up for sure. But the coolest thing is this: it just gives so much more of a cool opportunity to show what a comeback it is, to show how the goodness of God above. When He literally delivers me again, and He says, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to do it again just to show my glory." And then I have to give God the glory because He's the one that done it. And then how you going to deny it? My legs literally, I can't even hardly stand up right now. And guess what? Even though I can't hardly stand up right now, I know I'm going to be okay because that's what He does for me. So I'm not worried. We'll get this. There's always going to be up days and getting up days, but there's never down days. Never. We're still going to get back up. Absolutely. So,
all right. Well, guys, I'm out of here. I will see everyone later. Chad, thanks for having me up, man. I'm gonna be having a live stream on Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna be having one tonight where we're just gonna be watching Karen's, but I'm gonna have one Sunday afternoon. I'd love to have you guys up. We'll just have a conversation, see what's going on in the world.
Absolutely.
Of course, the same for you, Terry. Let's like to have both of you guys up on Sunday.
You know how to find me, man. Send me a link. I'll find you.
Yeah, just remind me, brother.
No problem, guys. I will see everyone later. I'll see everybody in the chat later tonight, guys.
Good seeing you, sir.
See you, Anthony. Let's see here. Okay, what's your cop question, Mr. For Twitch?
It's the only problem with that. It takes a few minutes to come around. It's like a big lag when it gets back to us.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed. I didn't realize how bad until I have my phone. Like if you have your phone on at the same time and you realize how slow it really does come through, it's like, wow, it's really, really, really behind. But yeah, that's okay.
Do it is I have regular YouTube opened up on another window or another tab in my computer, and that's the only reason I'm able to do it. I can't figure out how to open 2 or 3 tabs in the phone. Every time I try to shut one down, it shuts it plumb off. So,
Susie, I did not see your question. I'm sorry. Like I said, guys, I'm terrible with being able to keep up with the chat because it scrolls so fast as I'm trying to do multiple things here. So if I miss you, I don't mean to. I'm sorry. But by all means, yeah, we'll if you wanted, what was your pay-per-view question? Scumdog, my man. You want to come up, Scumdog? I can send you a link. I'll send it to you on the messenger. Send it to him anyway here.
Hey, Captain, maybe one day me and APO can pull you over and get your license and proof of insurance and registration.
Man, I'm gonna run.
Don't run. We'll have to get Joe to turn the dog loose on you. We don't want to do none of that.
Oh, absolutely. I want to read this to you guys, okay? Because Chili just messaged me back, okay? So I got 73 people in the chat right now, okay? Let me make sure that I'm reading this here. He says, I hope you're okay, man. He says, basically, he's saying that he says, I don't hate you. I look forward to a healthy, competitive fight. And I have been praying for you all day, whether you like it or not. So you can't.
Thank you for that. We appreciate that.
You can't hate the man for that.
No, I mean, you're free to hate him if you do. You can find your own reasons. But for that right there, you got to give the man a pat on the back. He deserves it for that.
Hang on just a second, guys. Just said I'm live now. If you want to come up, I'm going to offer Chili a link to come up and chat if he wants to. And I would like for everybody in the chat to be sportsmanlike, please. If we're going to do that. Let's see. Make sure I get Scumdog. I'm sending you that link right now. So, but anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm sure I'll probably miss something else. But as far as the pay-per-view goes or whatever, I'm like super excited about that though. Like that's so cool. Like to actually be able to fight like on pay-per-view, you know, that's kind of a neat thing. So
especially your first and last fight of your old age, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
You'd be up there with like Chuck Liddell and you know, guys like that.
Yeah. Well, probably not kind of guys like that, but
Randy Couture. Oh man, it's going to be just as popular, man. Captain Chad Goo and Chili. You know that's a big fight.
Randy Couture was one of my favorites, man. I was never a wrestler guy, but man, I really respect him and what he accomplished at such an older age.
I always liked watching him too.
He's something else, and obviously, I'll tell you, like, all right, listen in the chat right now. If you're an MMA fan, I want you to put 1 in the chat. If you're a boxing fan, I want you to put 2 in the chat. If you're both, I want you to put 1 and 2. Let's see what we got in here right now so we can start talking some fight.
What about 3? I was always into more of the martial arts type thing rather than the MMA, if that makes any sense.
Okay, well, like a traditional karate type stuff?
Kind of. I was in a lot of tournaments when I was younger.
I'm not real familiar with it, but man, I got a lot of 1s and 2s, man. There's a lot of boxing and oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, we got a lot of people that are boxing and MMA.
So basically, the truth is everybody out there just loves to see someone get the heck beat out of them on TV is what I'm understanding.
I don't know. I think that it's probably one of those things. I think it's exciting, you know what I mean? Just because conspiracy, I like them all. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so
fighting, I don't necessarily like to watch it. It's kind of like basketball. I love to play, but I don't like to watch.
Right. Now I will say this. Now I want you guys to put in your favorite fighter of any discipline, whether it be a boxer or an MMA fighter. Because I'm going to tell you this. I got a couple favorites that you guys are probably gonna. I don't know. You may agree. There's Scumdog. Oh, you there, Scumdog? Yo, Scumdog, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Woo! You rocking out, man, or what?
Getting out of the gym, man.
Are you?
Yeah, it was a long night.
That's a good thing. Jeet Kune Do, isn't that was that the Bruce Lee stuff?
No, let's see. I believe it might be, and I believe Tang Sudo might have been Chuck Norris, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It might be the other way around.
Oh, Ed 2276, absolutely, man. GSP was one of my favorites. You know, he is such a natural athlete. I love the stories about him. You know, the fact that anything he tried, he succeeded. You know, this guy comes in and he was a striker and a karate guy, and he learned to wrestle, and he becomes so good at wrestling. He was known for being a wrestler. And this was something that he picked up at an older age. And then he decides to actually like start grappling in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And now he's like this super freaking smooth. I mean, like I watched one of his videos where he was just rolling, and he was rolling with this other black belt, and he was just destroying him. I mean, and relaxing doing it, you know, like he was completely relaxing his flow and just mangling this guy. And I was like, man, how could you be that good at everything? Because I mean, like you're a hell of a boxer, you're a hell of a kickboxer, or, you know, karate type kickboxer. And then all of a sudden you learn to do wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and you're good at all that too. I mean, seriously, just super athlete for sure. I actually am a big Connor fan. I know a lot of people probably are kind of back and forth on that. And I actually have to admit something. I actually did rent the Connor and Mayweather fight. It was more of a glorified sparring match, but I actually did rent it. and I'm a huge Conor fan. And obviously, Khabib, in my opinion, is the one of the greatest of all time.
Yes,
I
100%.
I hesitate to say the greatest of all time because that's so hard to say, But for his time and place, so to speak, I mean, the guy mangled everybody he was with. I mean, he controlled where the fight was. If he wanted to fight standing up, he fought standing up. If he wanted to fight on the ground, he could. Nobody could really stop him. And that's kind of the way it's played. He's probably the best wrestler. Well, I will say he's probably the best wrestler, the modern day wrestler that's ever been in UFC, in my opinion.
And we can't count out the Diaz brothers or Nick Diaz. We can't count them out either.
I agree. I still think they're probably not, as far as toughness, maybe. But honestly, Khabib was never tried with his toughness because he was so freaking awesome. Like, I mean, he was never really. But Conor honestly probably gave him his toughest fight, and he made Conor look stupid in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
But there just wasn't a whole lot to anybody that was up there trying to mess with him. He had it going on, And I'm really big on, like I said a minute ago, Randy Couture was always one of my favorites too, just because the man. Do you know that this is a true story? Now I watch this on TV. So, like that one, remember that Fight Science show or something like that? Like it was something along those lines. I don't remember. They actually done a study on Randy Couture. This is true, and they actually proved that his heart was like 10 to 13% bigger than it should have been for a man of his size. So they literally concluded saying he really does have more heart than everybody.
That kind of makes you wonder about him and the heart he put into a fight, then, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh! I mean, what was he, Scumdog? Wasn't he like 54 and he was a world champ or something like that? Still in his 50s or something crazy like that? Like
I think it was his. Oh man, I should.
I mean, he was up there.
Like probably like early to mid 40s.
Was it okay? Because I was thinking he was a lot. I thought he was a lot older than that, but nevertheless, he's just a super fighter. He was 40. He was 43. Troll Hunter just said he was 43. Was that when he had? Because he won the light heavyweight and the heavyweight, didn't he? But then he didn't have them at the same time. I don't think like Conor did he? Because Conor had the lightweight and the featherweight.
I think it was featherweight. I'm pretty sure lightweight.
Yeah, he had those at the same time. But I don't know.
Cormier was I think light heavyweight.
Yeah, he was. Yep.
Running a blank, like I said, but it was a tough session tonight. So
that's good, man. Did you guys do gi or no gi today?
It was gi.
Oh yeah, that's where men are made, brother.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When you get in there, when you wear that rug, when it's about 90 degrees in the gym.
Yeah, and it gets drenched, and it feels like you're wearing like 20 pounds on you.
Hey, I'll be honest with you though. There's times I would rather roll with guys in a gi because you know what? At least that gi keeps that sweat on the inside. But when you roll with somebody in a rash guard, they're soaked and you're getting all their sweat. You're going to have it all.
Oh yeah,
and it's
I got to keep like a hand towel. Towel, like on the mat, like dry my hands off and just wipe my arms down. It's like when you go into certain moves, they can slip out. You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm telling you, dude. That I'm terrible. I sweat really, really bad anyway. Because I guess I'm a big guy. That's probably a lot of it. But I just naturally sweat a lot. So I actually carry a towel with me, like a full size bathroom towel with me to the gym, and actually take it out of my gym bag and have it sitting there. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna get like this. I'm not gonna get all soaked.
It's real pleasant when you are like, it's in that mid roll or like you're at that like probably like that the fourth roll you're doing. You get to the fourth guy and you're both just sweating, and he's on top of you. All of a sudden, it just comes down, gets in your nose, mouth, eyes. Oh yeah.
Blue Bear says,
roll around with another sweaty man.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel any different at the end of it, I promise it's not at all a pretty thing when you get choked and you can't breathe. Educator says there's people in the chat saying that Chile is now saying he will back out of the fight if he doesn't get half the seats to the stadium.
Yeah, he's afraid that all the cops from the tri-state area are going to buy up all the tickets, and he doesn't want to go into enemy territory. That's what it sounded like he was saying.
It sounds to me like he's trying to find absolutely every excuse he can possibly manage pre-fight to get out of it, is what it sounds like to me. It's just me, but that's what it sounds like. When you're already planning on how to get out of it, that's pretty bad.
For sure.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I've never heard that. I honestly haven't heard that. I'm not going to say that it's true or not true. Yeah, I would hope that that's not true. But I really don't know, and I don't have any say so over who's there and who's not. So, but yeah, I would hope that we can guarantee that anybody who wants to come in there and see it will be able to see it. I hope. That's my. I guess that's the best case scenario.
And like the promoter was telling him on the phone today, like, I haven't even received your medical forms yet.
Yeah. Well, not in his defense, I haven't got mine either. I haven't got mine done yet either. I got an unofficial sign off from my personal physician that said that he will not have a problem doing a physical and proving me. But as far as the actual forms that the Kentucky Athletic Commission requires, I haven't done mine yet either. And a lot of that, to be honest, I'm just going to level with you guys. A lot of that was I was waiting to see if he would show up with contract signing because I didn't want to go through that and pay for that stuff and then not even go through with it.
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that. I'll tell you this, guys. I want you guys to hear me. I'll say that. I think Chili's going to fight. I think he's going to show up. I think he's going to do his fight. I really do. I think the way he's looking at it is if he wins, then he is saved face, whatever. And if he loses, he's going to be like, well, my God, the guy's so much bigger than me and so much stronger than me. I mean, it's kind of it's no lose really for him,
Yeah,
so.
I had that theory. Like, if he wins, I think he's going to take that and run with it. Mm-hmm. And if he loses, I think it's not going to. Chili's still going to be Chili. It's not going to matter, if he loses. But
it shouldn't matter. It's supposed to be a fair bout. Sure. Not necessarily the best man wins. Sometimes it's just the luckiest. But either way, both come out on top because of St. Jude's, not necessarily because of Legicator or Chili, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, let me tell you something. I hear this all the time, and I got people that actually will comment or they'll message me. And they talk about stuff, and they'll be like, man, you've done this and you've done that. I haven't done anything. Nothing. The only thing I've done is I started making videos to document my training because I told you guys that I would, to let you guys know, to see that I'm staying real and I'm doing it right. I don't want to for anybody to think that I think this is about me. I mean, I'm nothing. Like I'm just a hillbilly. I'm just doing this because this gives us a good opportunity to do something good for a great community from great people and for a great, great charity. And that's what I'm all about. You know what? Like I said all along, he can't eat me. So for 9 minutes, I can take an ass whooping for 9 minutes for something awesome. For a one-time memory and be able to do something good for a great charity. Yeah, why not? Right? So I'll do it. Let's do it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I'm going to address a few things in the chat I think I probably missed. The way I understand is, yes, Chili and I will be the main event. I think I just seen that a minute ago, but I think that really will. I think that is the main event.
And if I'm not mistaken, when I was listening to his live stream, when he was talking to the promoter, like I said, I probably came in like 5-10 minutes into it, but from what I got, I could be wrong. From what I got was, I think if your God forbid, if your injury is, a lot serious than, if it's a serious injury, he wanted AFA to step into your spot.
He wants to fight AFA? You're breaking up.
Fight, is it?
You're breaking up, Scumdog. I don't know if you're losing service or what, bud, but we can't hear you.
I could be wrong, but from the way that he was.
Can you hear him, Terry? Because I can't.
I hear him coming in and out. I was going to say that doesn't sound like a fair fight at all, does it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I know, I've seen Josh on there, and I'm not trying to insult the man because I don't want to do that. I like Josh. I think he's funny. I like his channel, even though I don't necessarily agree with everything. I love watching his stuff, but he makes me laugh, man. He makes me laugh, but he doesn't look like he has the body of a fighter nor the attitude. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just assuming. It seems like a very unfair advantage for a supposed experienced fighter to challenge someone who they know is not an actual fighter just for the fun of it.
So he does. So Johnny says that he wants to fight Josh. Yes, I got you now, Scumdog.
Awesome. I live in a rural area, so sometimes it cuts in and out.
I don't know if he's got the. I don't really have, like, you guys got to remember. You guys probably have a lot of times. You guys will actually be privy to stuff that I don't even know at first, because the promoter is, I know him and I contact him ever so often to touch base, but I have to contact him to find out something, unless it's specifically about me that he needs to talk to me, because I don't really know what's going on a lot of times either. If I will tell you this, the original thing when Josh and I had talked about or Josh had actually talked about stepping up and kind of stepping in for Chili. I think the promoter really wasn't interested in that fight. Simply because, nothing against Josh, but I don't think he really classified Josh as a fighter that was going to bring a lot of attention to be able to, to do the things for his promotion type thing. Nothing against Josh, just that's the way he perceived it. And he knew that Chili had made a lot of people kind of angry in our area, and he was kind of playing on that being an opportunity to be able to promote his business, and rightfully so. In our community, he's good enough to step up and donate money on our behalf, then by all means he should be able to have a good, successful event out of it. And that's the way that he looked at it. I don't know that he would want to, even if I had to pull out, which I hope I don't, but I don't foresee that he would want to sanction that fight. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's see. I will say, in my experience, and I may be wrong, but I will say that I don't think that Josh would probably want to fight Chili, just because I know Chili does have a little wrestling and stuff, and I think that if Josh doesn't have any formal training whatsoever, he'll probably struggle with that, because that's a tough thing to deal with. If you have no grappling, or if you have no grappling or no wrestling, you're gonna struggle with a wrestler, because a wrestler dictates where the fight goes. Wrestlers are known for their takedowns and their positions, and they're fast on the scramble, and they're hard to deal with. I don't know. So let's see what else we got going on here. You're breaking up again.
You say I'm breaking up?
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
I think, yeah.
Okay, I was saying I'm going to have to drop out here and get this phone on charge. It's running dead. I didn't realize it wasn't charged, and I'm going to have to get it charged, so if I get a cop video tonight, I can film them.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely
As always, thanks for letting me up. I appreciate it. And if you start running like you were talking about, keep me in the loop, and I'll definitely be there. That way I can be at home.
Absolutely. And Terry, be careful out there, man, and watch over my guys. Don't let them get hurt, okay?
I wouldn't let that. I'll fight for them the same as I will anybody else. It was good to hear and talk to you as well, Scumdog. Everybody in the chat, y'all have a good night.
Yes.
And if I get any, I'll put them up. Y'all have a great night.
All right,
be safe.
All right, so here's something that I was kind of wanting to talk to everybody about too. Is the next thing that I was talking about was Derek Bits and Pieces. He went to train last night with me, and he done really, really well. He shows a lot of heart. He actually, let's see, I think think we done 3 rounds. I can't remember. I think we done 3. I'll say 3. We done 3 rounds, I think, of some boxing work. And I'm gonna tell you this: he punches pretty hard. He's pretty strong. He's got some hands. I think with a little bit of work and stuff, when we get his cardio up there, his cardio is going to be a little tough on him right now. But man, he's strong. He can hit hard. So we're going to get him. We'll get him up there squared away and get him to quit thinking so much. You know,
that's my problem when I roll is, I know what to do. It's just I'm thinking way too much. It's like, okay, should I zig or should I zag? And that's something that my coaches will always say, or my instructors will always say, stop thinking, just do it. Yeah. And there's some days where it's just like, okay, you know what? It's just open mat. We're just rolling, doing some rolls, and where I'm not really, worried of if I'm going to do this move wrong, and that's when I perform the best. It's like when we do classes and we do situational rolling, that's when I'm like, it's like I run a blank. It's like stage fright almost.
You know what I figured out a long time ago about jiu-jitsu is whatever you think, whatever your natural instincts are to do when you're rolling, you got to learn to turn that off because it's all about angles, and it's all about position, and you have to get in a lot of positions that you really don't. It doesn't fall naturally. So you have to almost like retrain your body and your mechanics to find a different way to do things naturally. And then once you get there, and you actually get to the point where you can kind of have a little bit of confidence in it, then you kind of have to learn to relax with it and do it without thinking. And a lot of times that's really hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard. So and we have to kind of keep our minds, relaxed to be able to do it. And that was one of the problems that we had with Bits yesterday is, he was thinking so much and he was kind of getting tense, you know what I mean? Like he was like overthinking it. But I think his instincts, when he kind of relaxed, his instincts really come to work. And his right hand, he's a right-handed fighter, and his right hand is strong. Like he's gonna hit hard with that right hand once he learns how to do it and he learns to play the role.
Yeah. Has he piqued an interest in rolling or jiu-jitsu or grappling?
I mentioned it to him yesterday, and we shall see. I mentioned it. Ginger, I'm sorry. What's are we not paying attention to you? I'm sorry. I missed something, I guess.
If he shows interest, let me know, and I'll hook him up with a gi, a real nice one.
Awesome. He's which a lot of the stuff I've been doing since the fight has been no gi. So I like the gi though. I like training the gi. I think the gi is very.
It's fun.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I got. I don't care if she wants to come up or somebody wants to come up. Let me see if I got it. Let's see, guys.
So I came into the stream late. What actually? I mean, did you like feel something pop like while you were rolling or sparring or?
Yeah, I was actually working half guard passes,
Okay.
and my coach was had me with a high knee shield, and one of that that like stack and pass one where you kind of body lock them, and like grind down on the knee.
Yes.
Well, I was hooked in. I hooked my toes really hard into their back when I run like real high. I don't know what the Japanese name for that is, but it's one of those type things where you gotta kind of pull your knees and whatever. And I don't know what happened, man. Like he just kind of squashed me down, and as he squashed me down, like I heard, and I was like, oh, and I mean it was immediate pain, like bad.
Something like that happened to me. I was caught in a knee bar, and I guess my training partner at the time got a little excited, and like I felt it go click click, and I'm like, I tapped and I said, hold on 1 second. He felt it and he looked at me and he was like, oh, please tell me I didn't blow your knee out. And I was like, I'm just stay still for a second. Let me crawl over to the side of the mat. Just give me a minute. I got up and I stood up and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Whoever just tried to come up there, your device is not connected. So whoever's trying to wait in the backstage, you're going to have to try it again because I can't. It's just a gray screen. I can't pull you up. But anyway, so like I felt that pressure, like, you know, that type thing. And it was like the way, oh my gosh, it was brutal, man. Brutal, brutal, brutal. So I'm going to try to see who we got here. Let's see here. Hello there. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
We are doing great.
I'm in sunny Southern California, and it's well over 100 degrees. How you doing out there?
Oh, it's not 100.
Minus
here.
the humidity, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got no humidity. We're in fire season right now.
Fire
It's
season.
like 80. It's like 80 degrees here with like 90% humidity, so it feels it's awful.
It's awful. Yeah, for sure.
I spoke with Crippled Cat a little earlier. She's my neighbor. She's up closer to the beach. It's only like 78 where she's at.
Oh my gosh.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm jealous.
For sure. All right, Miss Ginger, we can't hear you. I think your mic's not working or something.
Wave, Ginger.
Can anybody hear her?
No, not yet.
Hey, Miss Ginger, you may have to come out and try to come back in. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt with this streams. If you can hear me, I don't know if you can or not.
Hey, Cap, I'm gonna hop off here.
Okay,
but if you're still on, I'll jump back in. If not, I'll catch you. Another time. I'll be messaging you though.
We're not going to go real long tonight. I just wanted to touch base a little bit about the injury because I know there's a lot of people. There's a lot of crazy stuff floating around today. So, but one thing I did want to say to you guys, the Scumdog, that's fine, man. Jump back in whenever you want to, if we're still up.
All right.
But one thing I was going to say to you guys is, I have been blown away by the amount of people that have been like, I mean, I've got a legitimate, like, real issue with my knee. And like these guys going, oh, well, that's just convenient for you. You're trying to get out of the fight. And I'm thinking, like, are you being serious? Like, you really think I want my knee destroyed to have an excuse to not fight? Like, I worked my butt off to get this fight together. Like, I had to go, like, everywhere to get everything I could, man. Like, I had to get a promoter and everybody sign off. And now I'm literally going to try to want an injury so that I don't have to fight. Come on, man. You can't be serious. I mean, it's just crazy. People act so silly.
Hey, I was a dog handler for over 30 years, and I have been told so many times, suck it up, Buttercup. Your knee doesn't hurt that bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that it's not. I'm hoping that it's not hurt that bad. I'm hoping that it's just kind of stoved up, or maybe you got a little bit of a tweak in it. But
they got you on prednisone?
What is it?
Prednisone?
Not yet. They offered to give me a cortisone shot today, but the doc he wanted to wait and let me go to the. I guess the way I understand is it's not as easy for an MRI to be able to pick up stuff if it's filled full of stuff. I don't know. That he wanted to kind of wait. So we got somebody else here we'll try to bring up.
There's Ginger again.
Miss Ginger, can we hear you now? Still can't hear her.
Make sure awesome nails.
Make sure your volume's up on your mic, Miss Ginger.
She can hear us.
Yeah, but we can't hear you though. I'm guessing, if I had to guess, you have an Android phone. Is that yes? We can't hear you, dear. Is that an Android? It's an iPhone?
Oh, it's an iPhone.
Really? They normally don't have any problem. I don't know. Because we can't hear you. Man, I've had a lot of problems with my phone, so I mean, I can definitely understand that.
Well, I'm a ham radio operator, and we've been having some sunspot activities. And since the internet is basically satellite driven, that might have something to do with it.
Who knows? Who knows? Let me check here real fast, see if anybody else is communicating with me on here. Back and forth. So Chili responded back to me and says, nope, I go on troll channels and he won't participate on my channel. It's a hard line policy I've created, but he would bring me on his and I'll get way more people that way. Lots of people watch his channel and because they hate me. I'm not looking for subscriptions, bud. That's fine. I was just offering. So, all right, let's see if we got somebody else.
Getting hot.
Miss Susie, are you there?
I am here. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Susie. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you, Logan. Sandman. I can relay a little bit of what I know Ginger is wanting to ask about.
Okay.
She's concerned about Chili trying to get all the betting going and taking money and all that kind of stuff. So she's just trying to figure out. I do know that that's one of the things. I'm sure there's more. But if he's like running some kind of betting thing, now the way I understood it was he has, and I got this from Lisa, he has a friend named Todd who is a bookie who will take the bets, and the 20% that he usually would get from the bets, he's going to send to St. Jude's. So
that's what he's saying, you mean?
That is exactly what Chili is saying, okay. That I've heard. So I just don't know with him doing that.
Is a lie.
Huh?
I said, don't forget, everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie.
Oh, I know. I mean, I just don't even know if he has any friends at all. Poor Charlie. But you know, the dog. Because some of us are wanting to rescue the dog.
That's his
hashtag dog? Yeah, Charlie Bear. It's hashtag Save Charlie.
He's got a cute little dog. I seen him in the video today.
It's a cute little dog that needs to be strapped into that seat.
Yeah,
his dog looks so pissed off being in the same car with that dude.
Well, wouldn't you be annoyed?
Yeah.
Oh. But anyway, with the betting though, when it's state to state, I guess what we're all wanting to know or figure out or research is when it comes to betting in that area. I'm in Texas, so I don't know about what it's like in the tri-state area. But when it comes to betting on sports, I know that some things online are acceptable or, you know, all that kind of stuff. I just don't know if there's any way to prevent that.
I don't know. You know, to be honest with you, I really don't know. That's something that I've never really researched much.
Yeah.
And especially if it's an interstate thing, it's a federal thing anyway. So even if it would be an issue, it would be something that the feds would do, and I don't have any experience with. Now, I will say this.
I do.
I don't think it's right that he would want to do that, me personally.
Right.
But I honestly was going to offer him that if he is so certain and so confident that he wins, that if he's determined to bet, then he should put up his stake and say that if he loses, that's his bet, is everything goes to St. Jude's. And Chili gets nothing. Because all of mine's going to St. Jude's anyway. I don't have anything to bet because I have nothing.
Okay, yeah, because some people are saying that it's Chili's getting 20% or the bookie's getting 20%. The way I understood it, that Chili presented it, again, who knows, but Chili presented it that the bookie is the one who normally would get 20%. So I don't know. My question was about the pay-per-view. Chili was talking to Mike. What's his last name?
Sark.
So when Chili was on his live earlier today on the phone with Mike, he was saying that the pay-per-view, he was saying something about two things. One, I know with Mike, he was talking about getting the seats and I didn't know how many fights there were supposed to be that night. But he was just saying that if he couldn't have at least half the seats, I guess, reserved or something for his fans, then he wasn't going to do it. So I don't know.
Does he have that many fans?
I don't know. I mean, I know he doesn't. I mean, I seriously doubt that those subscribers are actual people.
Because it's once again moving the goalpost.
Exactly. Yep.
You know, I don't really, you know, what he does is up to him. I mean, you know, because ultimately, like I said, he's going to have to answer to God for what he does, in my opinion. And I really think that if you're doing something silly and you're not helping a bunch of innocent babies with cancer, then that would be hard to deal with on my behalf. So I'm going to tell you this: what I get from the fight, I'm donating to St. Jude's. I mean, as far as that goes, I don't know what funds there is, but if I get something along those lines of the pay-per-view thing, I'm giving it to St. Jude's, because I don't. And once again, I've never even heard any of that. I don't know how all that works, other than I know there's going to be some kind of an extra potential because of the pay-per-view. Okay, so
okay. Do I have your permission to say a curse word?
Sure.
Okay. Ginger wants you to know that it is so fucking wrong, and excuse her language. For Chili to try to take that. That's what she's just really pissed off about, all that.
Well said, Ginger.
I understand. Well, I'll tell you this, guys. If I can get my knee fixed, and let's just pray that my knee's not really hurt that bad, and I'm just stoked up because I'm an old man.
Oh, we're praying, we're lighting candles, we're sending warm wishes and everything we can, all of us.
But if I can get healthy, I'm gonna make it a very interesting day for Mr. DeCastro.
You will, no matter what, just have a good physical therapist and doctor, orthopedic doctor, and somebody you feel good and safe with, and do everything they say, whether it's resting or working, whatever it is, do what they say.
Right. And I've kind of, you know, like I said, my body doesn't recover like it used to because I am getting older. But you know, I'm still pretty healthy, you know, like I still stay pretty active. So, you know, I think I'm going to be okay as long as nothing's torn. The only thing I do say, and I hope everybody can understand this, but if there is something torn in there that would require surgery, I can't risk doing a fight like that.
Of course not.
I can't. That's still my livelihood of my family, you know, so I can't risk that I would ruin my leg. But if it's something that I can get past, if it's something that I can live through, and I can tape it up extra or something like that and get through it, but we're still going to fight in September.
Right. Yeah. But you definitely don't want to risk your, you know, long-term health and all that.
Captain, can I say something, please?
Yep.
Okay. Mr. DeCastro is not a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Pretty sure you can handle him even locked in torture cuffs.
You know, I really, it's my opinion. It's my opinion, guys. That, like I've said this many times. Okay, I believe 100% Chili wrestled in school. I believe that Chili wrestled a lot, maybe in high school or something, and I have no doubt whatsoever.
Kate showed the pictures.
I have to actually say that, you know, I have seen the cauliflower ear and everything that he's got, so I have no doubt that he's got some wrestling or grappling. Okay, but if you're to ask me if Chili is anywhere near the well-rounded fighter that I am, he's not. You know, I started boxing when I was 6.
Chad, I need your email address because I have Chili's debut in 1,000 Ways to Die.
I am at leducator@yahoo.com.
Stand by.
Leducator@yahoo. And I boxed for a long time. I grew up around that stuff and whatever. And I started training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in 2012 and combat grappling. Actually, one of the guys that I trained with was more of a catch-as-catch-can wrestler, which is a really brutal form of submission fighting and wrestling. So I've kind of done a little bit of that, a little bit of traditional judo type, what they call niwasa, which is ground judo, ground fighting. And then, of course, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Since all this has been since 2012. So I know he says that he's going to dominate me on the ground, but he's not. It's not anywhere close to going to dominate me on the ground. Even if he was a really good college wrestler, he's not going to dominate me on the ground. Not going to happen. And he's certainly not as strong as I am, and he's certainly not going to box like I can. So the only thing that he can do is he can hope that he can get some good takedowns to make it look better for himself. Because other than that, he's going to eat hands. So, Miss Tina, if you're still in the chat, the link's in there if you want to come up. Uh-oh. Want everybody pay attention. Y'all ready?
Hello, ladies. Hello.
My main man, Bits and Pieces, in the house.
Damn it.
Monty just kicked my ass. She kicked my ass a little bit.
Good. What'd you do?
We did some sparring. She threw me for a few rounds. I did my cardio, got a mile in, and we worked on form for about maybe an hour.
That's right. That's right.
Nope. Shit.
So you know what's good. So you know, man, you're on the way. I was actually talking about you and how well you done first night and how strong you are. So we're gonna get that going. You're gonna be like hang on, Tina, I'm gonna put it up again. You're gonna be like the real Rocky Balboa.
I appreciate it, man. Like,
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Tina!
Oh, I got all the confidence in the world in you, my friend. I think you'll do great.
Logan, I don't think you introduced yourself properly.
My name is Logan Sandman. I'm a retired federal officer, and I have no filter. And I promise to be polite.
Me neither. Monty's watching this, so I just want to say hello to her. Miss Bits.
Oh yeah, Miss Bits, how are you? Hey, you know what? She actually did change her screen name after I said that, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
See, I got some kind of influence.
Yep. She changed it to Miss Bits.
Oh, and get this, guys. Get this. Miss Bits is it okay that I share what she does?
Yeah.
Okay. She is a massage therapist, and
all right,
she is going to help me with a lot of my issues and my joint and muscle issues and stuff as I prepare for this fight, because it is very, very brutal preparing for a fight.
What's her name now, Chad?
I'm sorry?
What's her name right now?
Miss Bits.
Yeah, that's she's that's Bits and Pieces soon to be wife. That's why we call her Miss Bits.
Yeah, you're going to be calling her mistress when she gets done with you and your physical therapy.
Let's see.
It's going to hurt. I've done PT once or twice.
Oh, I've been through the whole chiropractor thing and the massage stuff before, and it is tough. But you know what? I need it. I got to get limbered up. I really
try working dog.
Yeah.
I tell you what, she's pretty awesome. She really pushed me tonight, man. Like, she made sure I was on it. She was making sure I didn't quit. And, just like you did last night. You guys both made me feel pretty good, even though it was burning, the pain. But I swear, man, I hope we can continue doing this stuff, because this is great.
Oh man, we ain't gonna stop. If I have to come hobbling down there, listen. If I have to come hobbling down there like on crutches to sit there and work with you, I'll figure out something. I promise. We ain't gonna stop. We'll get you going. I'll have to maybe attach a boxing glove to the end of one of my crutches and jab you with it as you walk by.
Yeah, we gotta get that neat. But
so we're gonna have a good time with this, guys. And you know what? I'm super excited. I mean, I know like everybody's like, and like I was telling a little bit earlier, and Bits, you wasn't in the stream yet, but I mean, some of the stuff that these people said to me, they just nasty stuff like, oh, you're trying to get out of this and this is your excuse. And I can't help but that upset me, because I'm thinking to myself, like, you really think I would destroy my leg to try to get out of a fight? And like a fight that I've worked my hind end off to get going?
Well, they don't think of you as a human being.
I guess I'm not.
Well, gee, has Vegas Valley called you a homosexual yet? I don't even have an internet channel, and I'm on his radar.
Well, you do live in California. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
No, and I'm only 16 miles away from the porn capital of the world.
Well,
They work in
you're
LA
reinforcing.
and live in my county. And no, they're not shy about what they do.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
There she is.
Logan,
Yes.
I wanted to let you know I got a hold of Belinda today. The welcome mat is being rolled out in Oklahoma.
Awesome.
Just want to say. I knew it would be.
Butch Brady says I look a lot like Greg Allman. I thought I looked like Willie Nelson.
You got a little Willie action going on right there. Can you sing a little song for us?
On the rag again. Get on the rag again.
Oh my Lord.
Now my question is, are you more of a Willie fan or an Allman Brothers fan?
Allman Brothers.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
How about Dave Matthews?
No.
Love Dave Matthews.
Now I will say this about Dave Matthews. From a musician's standpoint, their band is absolutely incredible.
That's what I'm saying.
Super talented.
Hey, if you want to play a sound cue, which you're going to get demonetized for, do Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Yeah. I got some more news for you guys. I forgot to tell you guys.
What's that?
I was coming out before I was going to my walkout song is supposed to be Iron Man because that was my nickname that I got when I very first started IPD a long time ago. That has since changed. That has since changed to there is actually somebody putting together and they're actually recording me an actual track that's written about me and Chili in this fight. So I will have my own personal song to be able to walk out to, which will be pretty cool. So
Ooh.
it should be a lot of fun. That's really
I
cool.
can't wait for that. You're actually getting your own soundtrack.
Yeah. Yes.
It'll be good.
Yes. Aquaman, I am Iron Man.
Yep.
I'm the real one. So
but can you say it like Ozzy Osbourne?
No, I don't think I can do that. Not the Black Sabbath style.
I know where he lives.
Well, yeah. Which I never was a real big Sabbath fan, honestly. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I just never really was. I was more of the little bit different.
Hey, I'm still trying to get a recording of Sean Connery saying, "What kind of fuckery is this?"
Oh my, for real.
That will be my ringtone.
Didn't he pass away though?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nope. He's still James Bond. Damn it.
No, Sean Connery died.
Yeah, I thought he did die. Yeah, just like a couple months ago, wasn't it?
Last year, wasn't it?
Oh, during the pandemic, I was off the radar. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Good old boy. Did you see the contract signing when actually they played that song when I came into the cage? Did you guys see that? They played the Bad Boys theme song when I came in the cage. It was kind of funny, but yeah, it was all just being silly.
I'm sorry. Bean just said something. You need to put it up on the screen, and I'm laughing because I'm hearing Tiny Tim in my ears.
Dude, I'm sorry, but you know what? When I hear Tiny Tim, man, that's like Chili has dreams and nightmares about me and fighting, man. But that guy right there creeps me out
on the ukulele.
Oh, of course.
That guy was weird.
I used to sing that song to the batters that would come up while I was catching.
Oh my Lord.
Oh yeah. There's a couple comments here, Chad, from Ginger.
Okay.
And she wants you to know that she has great respect for you and your family. And a lot of the people that she's met online. And she said that she would be honored if she could come and meet you and your family, if she could be able to do that.
Well, sure. Like I said, when you come into the fights, I will try to make time to meet as many people as I can. I'd say that there'll be a lot of people that'll probably reach out, and I would be more than happy to be able to meet everybody that I can. You know, like I said, I mean, obviously I do work a lot, you know, and that goes, but as far as I'm concerned, I will make as much time as I have to shake as many people's hands. Cause I really do feel like I've not just, you know, like grown a YouTube community type thing, but I feel like I've just made a lot of friends. So
I didn't get to meet you. I didn't get to meet you when I was in Ironton. I didn't get to meet bits and pieces either. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, I think when you were in Ironton, yeah, I was working. I think
I was going to say the chief was on vacation.
Yeah, I was working that week because yeah, I'm almost sure that I think I remember that. Yeah, that was the time where Terry had you to interview on his channel.
Yes.
Yes, I was working that day because I remember watching it when I was working, and I actually went to the station and I got a notification about it.
Yes.
So yeah, by all means.
Hey, Chad, is your police chief the lady that went out and gave Chili the mom finger that said, "Mr. DeCastro, you will cease and desist"?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. In Ohio, there's two different ways to be disorderly to arrestable offense. Disorderly conduct by itself is a minor misdemeanor, meaning it's not really arrestable. But right. when it happens in the presence of a peace officer, then it automatically jumps to an M4, which is arrestable in Ohio. Or if you're being told to cease and desist in the presence of a peace officer, then it goes to another level up. So basically,
how many times have you given that class?
To my guys,
once.
Well, you know what's funny is like
I got to get rid of the cowboy hat. Sorry, guys.
My guys know that I don't really I don't like arresting people. I never have, because I'm such a freedom guy. Like to me, I love what we are. I love the fact that we are the freest nation on earth. I love that, man.
It's too much paperwork.
Hey guys.
You know, yeah, buddy.
Hey, I'm gonna have to hop off here. I'm about to lose service.
Okay. I knew you'd make excuses. It's okay.
No,
Bye, Bits. Bye, Bits.
Hey, when you get home, just if we're still up, if you get home, just come back on.
All right.
Two questions for you from Lisa, real quick. Okay. One is, are you allowed to take CBD? And two is, are you on leave from work?
I am not on leave for work. I'm actually on leave for work, but I'm on leave for work for just for leave. I mean, that actually happened while I'm just because I had some time. So I kind of got on such a roll with my training that I went to go back to work, and I was like, you know what? I got some time. I'm just going to burn it up and actually just keep going. So, but ultimately I wore myself out and now I'm injured. And as far as CBD, I don't think there's anything against it as far as taking CBD, but I don't. I generally speaking, the only thing that I really take is I take ibuprofen, and I take
800 milligram horse pills. I was in the military too.
I take the ibuprofens, and I take a lot of water. That's pretty much what I do.
That's perfect. Hey, I got to go out with my dogs. I'm so sorry, guys. So I'll be listening in, but have a good evening.
Well, thank you for coming up.
Thank you. Okay. Right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Chad, you need one of these.
I can't read it. What is it? Some kind of identification card, but I can't tell what you got.
That shit. Hang on a second. I'm keeping OPSEC. Hold it. There you go.
The for medical marijuana. Is that what that is?
And that's the back with the seal.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Trust me, bro. It stops the nightmares.
Now see, you just went back to the Willie. Now you're right back to that Willie thing again. You was already going over the Allman Brothers, and now you're back to Willie. You know what they say? You'll never smoke weed with Willie again. You heard that song? Oh wow.
Yeah. Met him at LAX too.
Yeah. but yeah, I'm kind of like right now I'm kind of detoxing my body from a lot of the bad stuff that I've eaten over the past year, right? So like everything I'm doing, I'm just like saturating everything in water. I drink water all the time, like all the time. And that's really good though, because like, honestly, a lot of people don't realize how fundamental water is for everything, but for strength training, it's an absolute must. If you want to get stronger, you have to make your muscles full of water. And I use this as a comparison. If you take a sponge and you put it in your hand, it's lightweight, and it's not real dense. It's not real strong.
Fill it with water and then smack someone in the head with it.
You dunk it in water and it becomes a lot more dense, right? So that's the same way as our muscles work. So, and I tell guys when I'm working with them in strength training and stuff, and I have over the years and doing different things, before you take anything else, before you worry about taking creatine, before you worry about taking, all these different proteins.
Hey, Ginger, before you go, and I can't see in my chat who Ahmad is. Could somebody see, is Two No Face a moderator, or are they just hanging out in the room?
Who is it?
It's Two No Face. Kind of being a little disrespectful to Ginger, but looking at the typefacing and the ... and the words and the ... oh, who could that be? So Ginger, before you get all upset and go, I have a feeling Chili is screwing with you, sweetheart. So don't go anywhere.
I got you, Ginger. I'll call you later.
But don't. Ginger, hang out. Because that's what he wants you to do. There's no need for you to leave.
And you don't have to apologize to me, dear, for your phone not working. That's okay. As long as you hang out with us in the chat, I'm perfectly fine. I just like people all hanging out, because I mean, it's hard for me to like focus on reading the chat and still being able to talk about the stuff I do, because I always I kind of get distracted and I start kind of talking off what I was thinking of. But I love seeing, the different comments in the chat, even the bad ones. Like, I don't care. You want to say something mean about me? I don't really care. I don't like it when you guys talk mean to each other, because I don't think that's how we should probably behave. But that's just my opinion.
Hey, Chad, how'd you get the neon green headphones? They're not the standard gray Chili things.
These are that my boy Bits and Pieces gave these to me. He actually gave this to me as a gift. Just being
those are some nice headphones right there.
Yes, they are. I'm jealous.
See, I'm not as cool as Chili, but wait a minute. Y'all just hang tight.
You got to put them up. There you go.
Awesome.
Right there.
No, I think it's this way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, he does it like this too occasionally. Remember, because he always looks off into space.
Yeah, when he's trying to think of a thought.
I shouldn't give him grief. He was nice today, so I'll lay off Chili for today until he's mean to me again tomorrow. And he tells me that I'm fat or a loser or something. Oh Lord,
Playboy. Oh yeah, you're fat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll just tell Chili. Just say, Chili, here's what I want you to do. Do you see that, Chili? That's a trap.
Yeah. Art, when he said that was his mouth moving, that he has no sock accounts, was his lips moving? Because if it was, he was lying.
Ooh, yeah, it might be tough.
Yeah, Chili, that's a trapezoid. And guess what? It's not steroid induced. Sorry, bro.
Oh, there's somebody else keeps asking me about taking anabolics, and they're like, "Hey, will you submit to a test?" Like, yes, I will.
Dude, you're a cop. You have to go through random testing daily, sorta.
Well, my thing is this is if you think that here's what a lot of people don't realize is this muscle mass has been here for a long time. I got it back really fast when I started lifting again, because it took me a long time, to put this on, 15 plus years to be able to gain a lot of muscle. Well, it just came back really fast when I started lifting. It's not like it's, oh, well, you're on steroids because the back's so fast. No, it was already there. I was powerlifting. I was lifting every day of my life, and I just put this stuff back on. So it's not like it's something new. So yeah, bring on the test. Let's do it. I don't take anything. I take water.
Hey, when your boss says it's time to take a whiz quiz, you go pee in a cup or you lose your job. Yeah, bring the testing on.
Hey, Johnny, you want to hear something funny? Swear to you. When I graduated academy, I swore off donuts. I've maybe had 2 donuts in 15 years.
I remember I lost 50 pounds when I retired.
My wife would get dozen donuts, from like the donut shop, like Jolly Pirate Donuts or something, or like Dunkin' Donuts or something. And like,
your wife is smoking hot, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut now.
I would sit there and watch her, like just be like, nope, not doing it, not doing it.
Ginger, I will call you here in a little bit. Whatever it is that's serious that you think you want to run past me, that you think you're going to do, I'm just going to tell you right now, don't do it. I don't care what it is, don't do it. A higher power has it all handled, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. That's all you have to know.
Let's see.
And don't worry, Ginger, I know how to get to Montana.
Yep.
Let me see.
There's no need to get upset. There's no need to whatever. He is not worth it. Just saying.
Nah, he's boring.
Wendy, sleep?
Yeah.
Why?
Ginger doesn't sleep. She naps.
Yeah. But I could tell you somebody right now that's not going to be sleeping.
Uh-oh.
He's sleeping at all.
This guy right here, he's in training. Cobra Kai.
Bits and
He's got a
pieces.
professional microphone.
That's my Yeti. My sweet Yeti.
Well, listen, fellas, I'm going to hop off here.
Hey, Tina, when you get a chance, will you send me an email at Leducator@Yahoo and just give me a little bit of information on Caleb, please?
I can send you all the information you want. I got to put some stuff together. I got some kick-ass news last night. I have some kick-ass legal team now, and I can't wait until I finalize it where I can tell everybody, and it'll also help me get rid of dead weight, if you catch my drift.
I got you. I just I wanted to because of what we talked about before, I just wanted to kind of get more of a personal connection with what I'm doing. If that makes sense. Just
absolutely.
If you don't mind, just something that you wouldn't care sharing with me, and I won't share it with anybody or anything. So just be something I would read personally. Okay.
Absolutely. I'll send you a couple of his wrestling pictures because he did wrestle in high school.
Awesome.
And played football. So.
Yes.
I sent you that email of Chili before he had plastic surgery. Tina, I talked to Sarah today, and she is definitely on her way out to California.
Oh, yeah. I talked to her cousin Belinda, and that's why I said we have the welcome mat rolled out for him in Oklahoma.
Right. Understood. And message was sent and received, too.
Yep. Got it. All right. You guys have a wonderful evening.
Good night, Tina.
Love you, Tina.
Bits, what's been going on, man?
Well, just getting back from the gym. Put it in pretty hard again. I think this is day 2 of actual boxing, which Monty, like, you would be proud of her, man. She took notes, like she took all the notes whenever was in the gym the other day, and
okay.
We went out and we bought some of those sparring mitts, and she put me through it, man. Like she watched you and kind of got the idea, and we just kind of practiced on form for a little bit, and we tried to do a couple rounds, and she tested me with a 3-minute round, so it's pretty good. Yeah, dude.
Most people don't realize how long 3 minutes is until you actually go in there and actually do a round. Because I always love these guys, dude.
Stuck in wind.
Yeah, like these guys, and you go into like Buffalo Wild Wings or something. They're watching the fights, and there's all these like these what they call them, armchair quarterbacks, and they're all going just hit. Oh my god, how could you let him do that? I'm like, dude, you have no clue.
Mr. Goo, Captain Goo, sorry, I've been a cop longer than you are. That's why I always put him down in 30 seconds. I cannot handle the fucking fight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I you know what? I've conditioned myself to where, you know what? I gotta be able to get, which we do 5-minute rounds in the gym, just because we have some pro MMA fighters. And they do the 5-minute rounds. And we also, a lot of the jiu-jitsu grappling matches and tournaments that our guys do, I think are 6-minute rounds. I think. So that's why they kind of go up in the numbers in the rounds. And as a matter of fact, we just got a message today from some of the coaches that says we are going to 10-minute rounds this week.
Holy crap!
So if I die,
are you sure you want to do that?
No, I can already tell you I don't want to do that. Are you kidding me? That's why if I'm going to fake an injury, it ain't because of chili. It's because those 10-minute rounds.
I can't even imagine, dude. 3 minutes like about killed me.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. That's why I wanted to go ahead and spar with you a little bit yesterday, because I wanted you to realize how much harder it even is when you start getting hit too.
Yeah.
Man.
Bits, take a lesson from my dad. He was a bodybuilder since he was 17. L-lysine, it's an amino acid. It will push the acidophilus out of your muscles and you'll recover faster.
Okay, yeah. I definitely remember that.
You can get it at the grocery store.
What's it called again?
L-lysine, Lysine.
Lysine. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely write that. Let me write that down. On my notepad.
Roman, just real fast. Oh shoot, I'll click on the wrong one. I'm not backing out. I mean, that's just it. As long as I don't have, that's what I was telling him earlier. As long as I don't have to have surgery, and I mean, I'm literally just out and I can't help it, then I'm not. I'll be there. If I have to take my knee up and do something like that, I'll do it. I mean, like I said, I committed to this for St. Jude's. I'll be there for the fight. And like I said, I mean, if the doc literally just says, "Hey, dude, you need surgery, your knee's screwed," then unless I hear that, I absolutely will do it. I promise.
Hey, Chad, tell your police chief I want to take her out to dinner.
Tell the chief. Okay.
You talk about Pam?
Why? Yeah, Pam. Why is Note to Face saying that Ginger will never meet Chad? If she comes here, I don't have a problem meeting her. I don't know why that would be said.
Ginger might require handcuffs. She's a little wild.
She will have to be locked up in a dungeon
with torture cuffs. Yes.
You tyrant! You damn tyrant!
Oh, you know me, buddy.
Damn.
So how you feeling, Bits? Have you noticed anything, just overall well-being feeling yet, or anything? Or
I feel a little after the fact. Like, yeah, I'm sore, but I feel like mentally, I feel a little bit better. And I'm actually excited about going. Like, me and Monty was out, and I was like, I got to get a mile in. I at least got to get a mile in. So, and I'm starting out. I'm like, a mile or a mile and a quarter, and I'd like to eventually move up to 2 miles. And but the sparring thing, I'm really, really enjoying. Like, she told, I felt really bad because I was punching those mitts, and I know I didn't want to. I thought I was going to hurt her. I felt so bad, man. And she's like,
"You didn't feel bad about hitting me."
Dude, I felt bad. I told you I was sorry whenever I hit you.
Oh, you did great. You did great. You did great. You did great. What's this? Let me on. It's cool. You're not up. I'm assuming if this is chilly, that why don't you just come on your delete laws? I'll send you a link. Hang on just a second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this real fast.
What's that say? Ginger, that's why you are in the middle of nowhere. Is that right? Is that one of them?
I think so.
Ginger, that's why you live in the middle of nowhere. There's a reason that she is geologically and logistically separated from Mr. DeCastro.
Okay, first of all, I just got to stop something because something really important just happened.
Oh.
You look more like Willie right now with a ball cap on than you did prior.
You do.
Seriously, I really feel like I want to hear you sing On the Road Again.
You got that.
Or wait a minute. Oh, no. How about the Highwayman? That was one of my favorites.
Oh my!
I get to
go on YouTube.
But I get to sing Waylon's part, okay? Because that's only fair. I have to be
Waylon.
I have to be the dam builder. And what are you going to be, Bits?
I guess I'd be Johnny Cash.
Oh, you're going to be the starfighter, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I was the starfighter.
Hang on. Man, I am so going to get you defunded right now.
I don't get funded. I'm not monetized. Are you playing the Highwayman?
Give me a second. Yes.
Here we go. I haven't heard that song forever. I was a big fan of Waylon and the Highwayman.
Waylon was the man.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear this?
Yes.
I was a highwayman along the coach road.
So I was gonna say you got to lip sync it at least.
Sword and pistol by my side.
Yes.
Lost her baubles to my trade.
Hey, dude, we don't even have to go to Ashland to see Willie now.
Yeah, see?
I'm sorry, I gotta go get a beer. Enjoy the music.
So, Vince, what do you think, buddy? Are you pretty excited?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm hoping we get your knee.
Let me mute him while he's away there. That way we can chat a little bit.
It's like I've been worried about your knee and everything, and it's like Monty, she's been worried about it, and we want to get you fixed up, dude. We gotta get you fight ready, and I gotta get fight ready.
Yeah, I know, man, and I'm gonna do my best. I promise. I promise everybody. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna do everything I can to go. Okay. But I want to get my main man Bits here too, and that's the thing too, is like, I'll give you guys a heads up. Okay. And I was going to say this, but I wanted to wait on you, Bits. Okay. Bits and I talked a little bit, and because he's wanting to do a boxing match, my promoter that I work with, Sark and Nightmare Promotions, does not do boxing matches. Okay. So we're going to have to find another potential venue. Okay. Because that's what we got to do to make sure that we get the bits to be giving out the pieces. Okay. And I'm talking like 2 pieces. You know what I'm saying?
We'll take out the AFA crew. Accountability for all.
Absolutely. Oh, man, this is going to be so much fun. And I'm super excited for you, too, because not only is it like really, really good for you, because let's face it, it's really going to change a lot in your life, man. You're such a good dude. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. We got like 60 people in the chat right now. I want you guys to tell you, if you are not subscribed to Bits and Pieces, as God be my witness, you're missing out on some of the best content anywhere. He's entertaining. And I'm going to tell you something else too. He gets his videos in. He fills you full of the information. He gets you some laughs in there. And he still gets good information to you too. So it's not like it's just like you're sitting there getting a giggle out of it. Okay. You're going to enjoy his channel, I promise. And he shares something. Gosh, you're really active. I mean, you're usually daily, pretty close to, aren't you, Derek?
I try to. I usually post a couple times a day on the community page, and at least 2 to 3
I'm back, and look what I brought with me.
He got freedom with him.
I do a cold can of freedom. Thank you very much.
That's freaking awesome. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I try not to stop. I really don't. You know what I've learned though, and this is no kidding. I would like to be able to take credit. Like, I don't stop because I'm badass. I don't stop because, quite frankly, if I do, I'm afraid I'm not going to get back up, because as I've gotten older, it's a lot harder to recover. Okay, but I have to keep going. But either way, I promise you, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm not going to lay down on this. And I promise you guys, God be my witness. I promise you, in September, when I come, I'm bringing everything I got. He's going to get hit with everything I got, every ounce of power that I have and my punching. He's going to get leg kicked with it. Bits got to see a little bit of leg kick last night.
I wasn't even prepared for that.
But
hey, Jack, I think I got a new theme song for you for this for the fight intro.
Oh yeah.
Hey, like you like Johnny Cash.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day.
Let me see here. Also, you got to remember too when it comes to those kicks, those leg kicks like that takes a lot of the box out of somebody, right? I got to mute you, Logan. You're going a little bit over, bub. We got to be able to chat still.
He's still going.
But those leg kicks, man, that takes a lot of the box out of him. And I promise, I'm gonna bring it. He's getting leg kicked. If he tries to double leg me, he's got a bad day coming because I'm gonna guillotine him if he tries to keep his chin down. If he don't, he's gonna catch the underhand. He's gonna catch the uppercut.
Dude, when I was watching you and Zach, doing the MMA stuff, dude, that was brutal.
Yeah,
just to watch, I was like, oh my god, I can imagine.
Yeah, it gets a little rough. But you know what? The good thing is, I didn't get hurt during that. It was after you guys already left.
Oh, man.
I bet it wasn't probably 20 minutes after you left I got hurt.
That sucks. I'm a bad omen.
Omen. You should have stayed, dude. You should have stayed.
I had to get up super early. I usually get up around 5:30. I'll tell you. Today, that news I got from work, that was unexpected. Like I was in a meeting, and I'm a contractor for a contractor, and I'm an IT guy. I'm the only IT guy on that site, and I was in a meeting remotely with a few people, and one of the big shots, they're like, "Hey, I need you to stay online after this meeting." I was like, oh shit, what did I do? And it got on there and I was sweating bullets. I was like, I'm getting fired, man. And next thing you know it, the guy's like, so we're going to start your onboarding to bring you on as a full that company. I'm not going to say the company. There's like, you're going to be a actual full-on employee for that company. And I was like, oh my God. Like, because we was talking about it last night when I was telling you about, where I worked and stuff and how I was a contractor for a contractor. And it's just so funny that the next day I get in a meeting and they're like, hey, we're working on getting you a full blown in position. And I was like, good Lord, it's amazing. It kind of feels like things are just coming together everywhere.
Brother, they are, man. They are. That's the goodness of God that we talk about,
mm-hmm.
Because he wants to see you actually succeed in every aspect of your life. He's just waiting for you to make the right steps. That's all. And that's what I was telling you yesterday too. And I said, be careful when you ask something, when you say something like, I'm praying for strength, because in order to be strong, you never know you're strong until you have to lift something heavy, right?
Yeah.
So when you say something like, God, give me strength, he's going to say, okay, now show me your strength because I'm putting something heavy on you. Right?
Well, I tell you one thing, man. I'm not giving up.
I know you're not. I'm
gonna
carry them big hands, baby. Gonna carry them big hands and be ready. I'm cocked and locked, right?
I learned something. These last 2 days. I can't walk downstairs anymore. I can walk upstairs, but I can't walk downstairs. And oh man,
I'll trade you, bro.
And you know what's great?
I'll trade you. I got dog handler knees.
Got dog handler knees.
And I got to tell you this too, Bits. We haven't even got into the freaking hard stuff yet.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Like I'm out of shape, guys. I'm a big dude. I think my weight, whenever I'm not, like, when I wake up in the morning, I step on the scale, I'm 312 pounds, give or take. And oh no, I'm a thick boy. And I am out of shape. I'm super out of shape.
Hey, I worked with a dude who literally the happiest day on his life was when his scale read 399 pounds. Because his scale only went up to 400. That guy at well over 400 pounds managed to make it through dog school in Front Royal, Virginia. You're a tiny little bit.
Oh, I like that tiny little bit.
You know what's crazy is I'm probably 260 right now, and I'll come in around 240 for the fight, and that's actually which I mean, Bits saw me yesterday. You know, if I get much lower than about 240, I'm not strong anymore. Like I actually get almost like too skinny, if you will, because I'm built so broad. I'm such a big guy.
You're built like a tank, dude.
Well, when he gets below 240, he needs to get a McDonald's double fucking Whopper to get his blood sugar back up.
Yeah, if I get below about the actually when I get below about 230, upper 220s, I start actually like feeling like I'm generally weak. You know, like I don't have any power. So I'm going to be in the upper 230s to right at 240 for the fight. So that way he catches it all. So I want to make sure that he gets that big, brutal right hand.
I'd like to be at least in my 270s.
Chad, you better get that fight done soon because I'm looking at the chat and Ginger might beat you to the punch.
Straight to whoop some ass.
She's mean.
Let's see here. All right, let's start right now. I want to see if anybody has anything before I close this out. Does anybody have any questions in the chat for me? Any comments, complaints, gripes, anything that you want me to hear, see, feel, do? Stand on my head, jump up and down. Don't ask me to do that right now, guys, because I can't even jump. Only thing I would do is just jump down. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I jump, I'm going down right now.
You care if I say something real quick?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Please.
All right. So, guys, just remember one thing. If you are to make any donations to St. Jude or any legitimate charity, make sure you go through legit means. Don't go through any type of portal or website, third party. I know that's what Sweetie likes to do. He wants you to send the money to him, and he'll take the money and do what the shit he wants to do with it. But if you're going to make any type of donations, doesn't matter what it is, make sure you go through legit means. Don't let people con you into doing these things. And this is for a good cause. Like this fight, for all intents and purposes, was to help kids that has cancer. And, you know, hearing him talk about wanting to make money off bets with that just makes me sick. I know kids that's got cancer. You know, I seen it, and you know, it's not fun. And for somebody to play on that is just the fucking disgusting. I'm sorry about that, but that's the worst thing I've heard in a while. So guys, make sure if you make any donations to any type of charity, make sure you go through legit means. You can usually go to any charity's website as long as it's legitimate, and they will have ways for you to actually donate. And it's very important that you do that because, you know, we don't want you to lose your money to a psycho like Sweetie. We don't want that.
Mr. Bitts, thank you. Well said.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I am checking my email right now for FPS. But anybody else that has anything that they need me to address or want to talk about or ask me about before I close tonight, the main thing that I want to put out there is we got to keep in mind that, you know, I kind of put this together because of the injury, because I want to touch base with everybody, and I want to kind of talk about Bits a little bit too and how well he done last night. And I wanted to address the fact that, you know, I still have not got the chance to actually talk to the promoter so much specifically about the way that the funds are coming in or whatever, but I am going to do that this week. Okay. As of Monday, I will go. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. It's my pleasure. It's my honor. But I want you to remember that I'm going to go to that doctor's appointment Monday, and they're going to tell me that everything's perfectly fine, and they're going to give me an okay to go ahead and whoop somebody's ass in September. So we'll be ready for that. So let's start off this way. Logan, you're up. I give everybody, every time I give my guests on the panel the opportunity to give their last word. Logan, you got the first word.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to be the old retired cop. I don't care how sober you are. Pay attention. Be safe, because you have no idea what the other guy is drinking.
That's for sure. Absolutely.
That's well said, man.
Absolutely.
Well said.
I appreciate that. Bits, what's your last word, my friend?
Just guys, hang in there, have fun, keep supporting the community, and be safe. Be safe. Don't let people try to trick you into doing things that you would not want to do. That's my best thing.
Absolutely. I want everybody to know. I want everybody to know this from the bottom of my heart. I don't think you guys realize how much you mean to me, but you really do. The way that I actually can get up and do the things that I do is because of the reinforcement that you guys give me every day when I check. And I really do honestly appreciate you. That's honest. You guys have become more than just some YouTube community to me. You've truly become my friends, and I appreciate that. If you want, real fast, I'll address this. You want to know how to gain weight? Easy. You have to eat big. That's it. You have to intake more calories than you burn out. And that's the easiest way I can tell you. Lots of things like peanut butter, which is high in fat and proteins. Proteins and fat-based foods are the way to actually gain weight. And if you're doing it like a bulk, like you're wanting to actually gain weight, muscle mass, so like you're got to lift heavy, eat big. If it don't eat you, you got to eat it first. Okay. As far as everything else goes, I want you to realize I am absolutely stoked about everything that's going on. I'm going to get better. Okay. I'm going to get better. I'm going to fix this leg. As of right now, considering that I'm not going to take this fight isn't an option. As of right now, I'm absolutely bound determined that I'll be there September 24th to let freedom ring. But
Captain Goo, you better get better. Otherwise, I'm going to send my dog after you.
I'm absolutely going to. But I want everybody to remember this. We have got to stay focused. We've got to stay driven. There are no down days. There's up days and there's getting up days, but there's never down days. No matter what you do, you have the opportunity to be somebody's corner man. You don't know the fights that people fight. We never know. Some of the happiest people in your life right now could be facing depression. They could be actually contemplating suicide. You have the opportunity to pat them on the back and be their corner man. You don't have to be trained in any kind of fight discipline to be a fighter. Be a fighter for somebody else. Be a fighter for what's right. No matter what, focus, driven. Don't take no for an answer. You don't quit. We don't ever quit because we don't lose. And you remember this, no matter what, if you train like you fight, you will always fight like you train. God bless you guys all. Have a good night.
Rule number 1.
You guys have a good night, guys.
Never
Love you.
fight